Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Come to the Dergah and see how we celebrate the birth of the Prophet ﷺ. Yes. I have not witnessed too many or experienced too many of Mawlids that they are having a Mawlid because of the food and the enjoyment. Alhamdulillah, with our Shaykh's blessings, we are conducting the Mawlid here properly. It's not about food and enjoyment. It is about the food if you are inviting poor people to come to give, because that is a sunnah that you have to feed. If you are sitting there and you're enjoying and reliving and re-experiencing the birth of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that's okay. The Mawlid is not a time for you to be sad, or for you to be so serious, or for you to be dead. I've been to some. That's what it is. The Mawlid becomes that, because there is no sohbat. You're coming in, you sing some nuts, everyone is looking down like this, singing, and so sad. Then they rush to eat the food, isn't it? They rush to eat the food, rushing, getting very upset. This one is still singing long nuts. Food has arrived. I can smell the biryani already calling me. What is this person going to say? Men to go first or women to go first? This one is trying to boost the women, so he's going to say the women to go first. What kind of Mawlid is that? I don't. But people have different styles. You can continue with your style. I'm not going to interfere too much. It's not our style. You celebrate the Mawlid of the Prophet ﷺ every day. Not one time a year, every day. You must praise the Prophet every day. Because Allah and His angels, they praise the Prophet. It is in the Quran. Can we put a time and a place to Allah? So you think Allah's praises has a beginning and an end? When He says, Allah and His angels shower blessings on that Prophet. And He's continuing in that ayat, "O you who believe." He didn't say Muslims. He didn't say men. He says, "O you who believe." If you really believe, then you are going to praise Him. You're going to hold Him high. The way that we're doing it, we make zikr. Yes, we may read some Mawlid. We may even do some nuts, but it's not going to be unbalanced. Important thing, there has to be a sohbat. If there's no association, there's no real life there. Everyone just coming, doing whatever they want, and then leaving. When there is authority and when there is sohbat, when there is a sheikh that is there, then you know how to conduct it with good adab. Adab. Very important. I've seen people who come for Mawlids. They don't even care how they look. But if we say you've been invited to go to the mayor's office because the mayor wants to have breakfast with you, they buy a new suit. But suddenly when it comes to Islam, no, just modest, Meaning they don't dress up for the Prophet. I've seen people coming to make the ziyarat of the beard of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, coming in jeans and t-shirts. Why is that? Would you visit your president in jeans and t-shirt? Definitely, Holy Prophet is higher than the president. And there are ways that Allah says, dress like this, I will love you more. This is part of the adab. How are you going to learn adab if you're not going to be around the people of adab? If you read, it's just going to come through your right ear and go out through your left, that's all. So, come and witness a little bit, inshallah. It's okay. I'm hearing sometimes they have very big mawlids. Mega mawlid, they have them. Everyone having stadiums filled with praising the Prophet is good. But we need to go one step further than that. And then what happens? You go and you sing nuts. Then what happens? Is your life still going to continue the same way? It shouldn't. What are you taking then from that Mawlid? What are you taking from the praises? What are you taking from the Sirah? The history of the Prophet ﷺ. Are you taking it into your life? Are you trying to change? Are the sheikhs and the imams really making that connection with what is happening now, collectively or individually, with what has happened then 1400 years ago? So it shines a light to our existence, our lives, and how to change our lives according to how Allah wants it. Or it's become a ritual too. People coming, listening to people sing, eating, and then going back home. Anything can become a ritual when you're not filling it with the Spirit, when you're not questioning yourself, why am I doing this? What am I getting out of this? And checking yourself again. Why we need to check ourselves again? Because Allah ordered us to say, Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. Isn't it? Guide us to the straight path. We're already Muslims. People may say, you're already on the straight path. But why in Surah Al-Fatiha that we are saying, if you're putting all these sunnats and everything, Ihdina Siratal Mustaqim. We have to say that 40 times a day. Because we go on the sirat that is straight, we fall off a little bit, we need to be guided back to the straight path. We fall off a little bit, we need to go back. And this is our condition. So we need to be reminded. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What is the best way to advise someone to not watch inappropriate things on TV these days?
Best way to advise? We don't give advice. We give sohbat. Only prophets, they give advice. Dini nasihat, Prophet is saying. Religion, it is advice. Seyh Naksibendi is saying, only prophets, they give advice. We give sohbat, association. You like, you take. You don't like, don't take. It's for intelligent people. We are not sheikhs. We don't give sohbat. We just say a couple of words when it's necessary. If someone is really loving to watch their television, which a television is a shaitan box, and it is an open sewer channel that you're getting all the, that's why they call it program, because they program you understand? Putting all that sewer into your house, if a person's still not understanding that he's sitting down and all this sewer is coming over him with everything that he watches on TV, if he doesn't understand that and still likes it, I say carry on, continue. Don't stop, please watch more. First, person has to intelligently understand this is something that needs to change. Once he does that, then we can work on it. If he's still being stubborn and arrogant, don't you know? The arrogance and the stubbornness of Abu Jahil, the uncle of the Prophet, not even Prophet ﷺ. I don't want to say it like that. But Abu Jahil did not turn. It's not because Prophet ﷺ could not do it. But the prophets go by permission, like what we said yesterday. We cannot enter into each other's houses without asking for permission. This is against Islam. This is against the Sunnat. You cannot enter into anyone's home or anyone's rooms without permission. And now Muslims are doing it. So much Islam, you know. And when there is no permission and you're still banging, we say, okay, wait for that smack. Because not even prophets will enter. And because Abu Jahil did not give permission, because he was still filled with arrogance and stubbornness, he cannot be changed. So once you understand that it is wrong and it's very bad for you, then we say, sit down. These are the things. You like it, take it. You don't like it, that's okay. We're not going to force you. Inshallah Rahman. May it be easy for them, but that is a shaitan box. Turn it off. Then you start changing. Yeah. Even unbelievers are saying it is a shaitan box. It is a very bad thing that changes people. Believers not putting things together from Islam and from this life. You want to destroy a society that is holding on to their traditions. Put television there. So easy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.